This video is for you if you are a coach and you make offers and you want to take your coaching business to $1 million business. Now, you have seen other people having these $1 million funnels, and they're getting all these awards, and they're all and you're thinking, okay, what can I do to get there, and what does it take to get there? If that's who you are, then this is for you. It doesn't matter. You might be a life coach or a career coach or whatever coach you are in the profession of coaching. Now, actually, I should say this is specifically for if you're in life coaching, because life coaches, they have so many ideas in their mind, they have so many offers in their mind that they really do not know what they are really offering. Okay, so how do I know this? Because I have been in that position myself. So this is coming from a very good place. So what I want to do is I want to share with you, um, you know, the things that a coach should do, and what you should, as a coach entrepreneur, you should be doing, and then we'll dial into how to kind of figure out your offer. And I want to do this under 10 minutes. Hopefully this is going to work. If it does, let me know, drop me a comment. And if it doesn't, also let me know. Dude, you just totally missed this, okay? I'm perfectly fine with it. Either way, let me know. Okay, so let's get into this. Should you do as a coach? Okay, you're a coach entrepreneur. That means you have your own business, you are trying to get leads, you're trying to convert them, and you really have a good thing that you have in your heart. You really are coming from a point of service. You do care for people. That's why you're in this business, okay? Coaching, mentoring, training, these things do not work unless and until you have service in your heart. If you don't, then don't worry about it. And if you're really good at this, then the marketplace will reward you, okay, for your service. Let's not worry about, I made this offer and I did this upsell and this downsell, and forget about all that for a second, and just lead with this thought in your mind, in your heart, that if you have service in your heart and you do a good job, then the marketplace will reward you. That's the simplest way to put this. Okay, so let's get into this. What should you do as a coach? Okay, and what are your responsibilities as a coach entrepreneur? Number one, you got to keep on, and this is beyond the service part. I'm talking, you're having people coming into your world. You help them, you service them. This is this part of your life wherein you are alone and you're trying to figure out, what can I do to kind of take whatever message I have, reach larger audiences, and tell them that this is what I have and this is how I can help them. Okay, these 5 or 6 things that I will be sharing with you are going to be falling on this side of the equation, not on the front side. Okay, first and foremost, you got to keep on refining your offer. You have multiple offers, I get it. You serve multiple different people, different niches, whichever way you want to say it, and you fit every category. I get it. People tell me all the time, I do so many things. I tell them I also do so many things. So it's just not about choosing one over the other. But for now, let's choose one. Okay, and refine it. If you see an offer that's working, refine it. Do whatever you can. Okay, and then beyond that, your job is to build your authority. So go speak. Do some podcasts or YouTubes or whatever channels or videos or LinkedIn posts, whatever, anything, everything that builds your authority. That's the second line of engagement. Third, you got to somehow, this is the hard part in this, but somehow you have to systemize your client acquisition. So you need to know, if I'm spending $200 on Facebook a day, then I know exactly what my number of views are, number of clicks are, and the number of sales are. And then if I have an upsell or whatever you have, you know that if you're going to spend certain amount of money, then you know that there is a certain amount of return at the end of the day. If you are driving organic traffic, then you need to have some level of clarity into your organic stuff. How many posts are you making, where you are making, and where is your the ideal client persona? Where do they exist? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they engaging on YouTube? Wherever. So I hear people telling me, I do everything. Well, great. It works for you. Awesome. I'll tell you, when I initially started out, I started out on radio. and I focused completely all my whole being, myself on radio, totally focused, and I monetized that platform from several different ways and using several different mechanisms and over a long period of time. So I mastered that, and then I moved on to other things. So you got to master your client acquisition channel, whatever that is. So you got to have a system for that. Okay. Then your job, beyond that, your job is to keep on adding leveraged income sources. What are they? You got to be creating courses. You got to be creating group coaching programs. And I say leveraged income streams because the leverage there is that you are coming in for a short amount of time, and then you are doing something that you know for sure brings incredible value to the marketplace. And you can do that, literally the moment you are on, right? So a group coaching setup is an awesome setup. You leverage that whole thing. Now, just you don't do this because you want to make money. You do this because you know that that setup does deliver value to the marketplace. Whoever is coming into the group, they're getting value from it, and you're doing this because it saves time for you and does deliver good value for them. So you got to be very careful about the value part. Most of the times I've seen coaches do this. They do this because they want to free themselves. Fundamentally, for in coaching business, you're not free. Okay, let's get over with this. All this, there is nothing called free. So you are creating autonomy. You're not, and the result of the autonomy is freedom. But you are not doing this because you want to be free. There's no free. There's nothing is free, and you're not free from anything. Okay, so it's just how you look at this. This is the way it has been positioned in the marketplace. The way it's being sold is sad. Okay, so then if you are left with some more time and all that, then what you have to do is you got to step into thought leadership. So thought leadership is having, incredible conversations, having a message that is going to create a level of thinking in people's mind. And early morning right now, as I'm recording this, I'm hoping that I'm going to, I'm creating content, I know, but I also want to be at a level where I'm in that zone thinking, man, I stepped into the thought leadership. And as a result of this video, whoever watches this video and is there until this point, will decide, okay, I'm going to do something with my life. Okay, I'm going to do something with my offer. I'm going to do something with my authority. I'm hoping that. Okay. So this is my small act of stepping into leadership. As simple as that. And you got to be figuring this out. Ideally, the whole day you should be, every time, whenever there is a moment where you have some gap, maybe 30 minutes, an hour, you got to be stepping into thought leadership. And that keeps you aligned, that keeps you centered, that keeps you more meaningful to yourself and to the audiences. Okay, simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. Now let's talk. I can, as I said at the beginning of this video, we can talk all these things, but let's focus on the offer part and how do you create $1 million offer. The beauty of $1 million offer is you need to refine whatever offer you have. You don't need to really go and create one, or you don't need to model one or copy one, whatever, or hack one. Doesn't matter. You could, it works, but then let me show you a couple of things. Actually, there are few things you can actually tweak in your offer. The first, and understand what does $1 million offer has, and that way you know what you are lacking. Okay, the first and the foremost is that most of the offers are vague. They're vague. Vague in the sense that there is no certainty and there is no specificity. People do not know if they buy this, then what are they getting? And I'll give you some more examples as we go along. But is your offer providing you certainty? Is it offer specifically telling people? Now, I'll say certainty for a reason, because most of the times when people are coming and engaging with your funnel or landing on your page, and they know that, most of the times they know, like they're looking for some certainty. Okay, fine, if I do this, will I get there? And you got to address that question very clearly as a part of your copy or as a part of your languaging, whatever. Okay, so if that's not there, then it's not there. So for example, let's take this video for a second. The beginning of this video, as we're going in, at any point in time you felt that this guy doesn't feel like whatever he's saying is he's a coach from like last week. He took a coaching certification and he's talking about this. That's not the case. And that is very clear in the beginning of this video. And as you probably, as I started moving through the steps in the first 2 or 3 minutes into this, and now actually I'm looking at my thing, it's only 10 minutes into this video. That objection, if at all it is there, it should be removed, assuming that you are watching this video for the very first time. Okay, so you know that I'm coming from a point of certainty, and you know that I'm here to provide clarity. Okay, at least that should be coming. If not, I should be stopping doing what I do, honestly. Okay, I should be totally going away from videos, and that feeling has to be delivered. That level of clarity has to be delivered. Okay, specifically, what are they buying? Like if I take this pill, this is a very bad example. If I take this pill, then I know that in next 30 days I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Very specific, to the point. Okay. The second thing that's missing in $1 million offer that otherwise should be there is a signature system, a proven framework through which you take people and they know that they are going to get a certain outcome. There is a process to this, okay, and a framework. And just that people are not buying calls, people are not buying sessions. I stopped this 15 years ago, literally. How many coaching calls do I get? No, there's no number of coaching calls. I coach you at any time that I want to coach you. Very simple. This actually is a part of my contracts. I can call you anytime I want to, because at 11 o'clock in the night, I'm watching TV or whatever, and I get this epiphany that, oh, this is the strategy that I was missing. I was on a call with John this morning, and he did not tell John, oh, let me call John, tell him, listen, you got to change what you're doing and do this way, or this is the approach, or this is the strategy, or this is the way you got to look. I get that epiphany. I need to transfer that. Simple. Okay. So go figure out a signature system. That's the point. The third thing is, you probably are not solving a high level problem. $1 million, offer solves a high level problem. People are having pain. They have suffered for a long amount of time, and they're willing to pay for that suffering to go away. And they're willing to pay for the pain to be triaged. Okay. So, just to know that people pay for outcome. They don't pay because you're a big brand. They don't pay because you have a big name. They don't pay that you look good. They don't pay because they want to spend some time with you. None. Okay. They pay for an outcome. And if that sinks in, that's it. Okay. And you have to create big, incredible outcomes for them. And that should be the offer. That should be the pursuit. Okay. I don't want to be preaching. Okay. So the next one, $1 million offer. You got to productize your process. So again, this goes back, you got to have an incredible name, you got to incredible model through which you model this, and you got to have a structure through which you take people. Right? I think we talked about this on systemizing the product, but the process also has to be very important. Again, people are buying a system and they are not buying sessions. Okay. Then comes this one is this one is a big one, because you got to make the outcome undeniable in the offer. You got to make the outcome, like I got to take this. Okay. The offer has to provide so much clarity that as a coach entrepreneur, it generates cash for you clearly, right? But then in order to provide that level of clarity, you got to make it undeniable. Somebody reads the copy, somebody listens to the video, somebody sees the landing page. Oh, this is it. I'm going to go with this. Simple. Okay. And to do that, there are some elements. And one of the elements is always, which is known forever, ever since the days of David Ogilvy and I, all the greatest copywriters in the world. 100 years you go back, 120 years you go back, and back in the day in the print, small little big newspapers, small little ads, whatever, you see that there was always this before and after, and has not changed since the evolution of internet and everything thereafter. Social media has not changed. Before and after. Before I was this, afterwards, after going through this framework, after going through this system, I'm this. Right? That has not changed at all. So before, after, if you have some case studies, you have some testimonials, you have people speaking, you have some photos that you can show, whatever that helps create your offer or the outcome undeniable. Because the outcome is undeniable, then the offer is obvious. That means the offer has provided the clarity. Got it? um, Back in the day, I went through this myself. Okay, I can um, I I transform people, and people are like, what do you mean by transformation? I have to provide specific. For example, I should run a workshop called Find Your Passion. That's okay, great, sounds great. Okay, but what will I do with my passion, right? So then you provide that clarity by saying, hey, listen, find your passion, turn that into purpose, and use your skills to create a 6-figure income under 6 weeks. Okay, or turn that passion into purpose, and now create, turn that passion into a 6-figure income in under 6 weeks. Very specific to the point. uh, you know I can further kind of condense that and make it even more tight, but you get the idea. Okay. um, then the last one, this one is a big one, specifically on a high ticket offer. So you got to, friction and elevation are proven elements of a good sales process. Friction and elevation. So the way you implement this is, for example, you need to apply to be a part of this program. So that's adding friction. And then you say, okay, this is a group of people who are creating $1 million a year or more, and this is only for those people who have $1 million or more in revenue. Like, you make an offer as, that's you're elevating, and you're adding friction. So friction in the sense that they simply can't pay $20 and just join, and if they don't like it, they'll not be with you. If they do like it, they'll whatever. So uh, when you start adding friction elevation into offers, now you are raising the perceived value. And I've seen incredible brands, incredible products just fade away in the marketplace because they did not use these two elements, friction and elevation. Okay. Those are some, and there could be more, but I've gone beyond 17 minutes on this video at this point, so I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this was helpful. If it is, do let me know, drop me a comment. And if you like this video, then this is going to go to more people, and that way I can reach whoever will benefit from this. But if you do subscribe to this channel, then I'm there in front of you literally every day with a video. And the idea, the videos that I create here are primarily for people who are seeking self-improvement, self-development, people who are have a, and as a result of that, I do focus on psychology and persuasion, influence. And if you are a coach and you're an entrepreneur, and that's the area where I come from, then this bunch of my videos do also help you too. So two different areas within which I do create, and at the end of the day, it's all to create a better life. That's all there is to it. And hopefully, spend some time. And again, only subscribe to this channel if you found value watching this video. If not, please do not, because there are so many incredible people, incredible content everywhere. And it's not that I do anything that is amazing or outstanding and I'm unique. No, I'm just one among them. So there's nothing amazing there, but if you, and your time is precious. So that said, and if at all you subscribe, then you know that at any point in time, if I'm not producing content and this channel goes stale and I'm not there in front of you, you can always unsubscribe. And I suggest that you do, because your time is important. Okay. So that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be here with you as early as tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.